Ladies and gentlemen, we've got some breaking news. Oh, Canada, the future 51st state of the United States of America. The leadership of Alberta, Canada has just officially asked Donald Trump to intervene and help Alberta become part of United States territory. They said, you're helping Greenland. Help us too. Why? Because they see that Canada is a failed state, but the United States, well, the golden age of America has just begun, and they want to be part of the golden age, not the failed state. Ladies and gentlemen, as soon as you're in, do me a huge favor, smash that thumbs up, subscribe, leave me a comment, your thoughts on this, especially if you're from Canada or Alberta, especially. Are you going to vote to join the United States? And before we continue, ladies and gentlemen, today's sponsor is Verity Metals. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a Patriot family company. Matthew Geiger, the owner, is a personal good friend of mine who's been on the show. They are local here out of Glendale, Arizona. They love Trump. They love the Patriot community. They love the Constitution, and they believe in the Constitution. They believe that our money is backed by real physical gold and silver, not printed paper money backed by nothing, and then fund other wars. Nah, protect your finances, your savings, your IRAs and 401ks with physical constitutional gold and silver. Call or text 480-717-9081. Tell them Vlad sent you. Get free silver in your next order. Links are down below in the description. Here we go.
They're looking to come to Washington on an exploratory basis and meet with a representative appointed by President Trump to explore the benefits of either Alberta becoming an independent sovereign nation with economic union to the United States, becoming a U.S. territory, or becoming or pursuing full statehood.
Well, those
are our goals.
How has Canada lost their way? How has Canada lost their way that makes you think you got to join up?
I think part of why it is that people in Alberta are fed up with being governed by idiotic politicians from Quebec and Ontario that do not understand our province and do not understand that culturally we're far more closely affiliated with our friends to the south in Montana than we are with all of the people in Ottawa wringing their hands over the smell of diesel exhaust when people from Alberta come to protest how badly we're being treated by Ottawa.
What's your message to Donald Trump? 10 seconds.
Greenland self-determination. Please support Alberta self-determination. You promised that to Alberta in the same way you promised it to Greenland. We'll be an excellent partner to the United States.
So leadership from Alberta is going to be coming to the White House soon. And this guy that you're looking at, he's actually one of the attorneys for the Alberta government. So he, for the local Albertian government, this is their attorney. This is their top, lawyer, constitutionalist attorney who helps them and stuff. And he said, we're tired. We want to join the United States, either become property, become the state, have some kind of alliance. We're done with Canada. Ladies and gentlemen, when Trump was talking about Canada becoming the 51st state, he wasn't joking. And you got to understand, especially in Alberta, they're not woke. They're not crazy liberals. They vote conservative. They live conservative. They have nothing in common with the rest of Canada. But when they look to Montana, which is right south of them, when they look at, the Dakotas and Idaho, at the United States overall, they say we are more in line with you than with our Canadian brothers. Ladies and gentlemen, this is amazing. I predict we get the Panama back, we get Greenland, we get Alberta, if not all of Canada, and that's just the beginning. I absolutely love it. But do me a huge favor. Leave me a comment, your thoughts on this, the government of Alberta. And according to Canadian law and Canadian Constitution, any province has the right to self-determination. So they can hold a vote, a referendum, if you will, to leave. And if the majority votes to leave Canada, no one can do anything about it. The people of the province have a right to self-determination. And besides the fact that it is in the Canadian Constitution, there is UN international law that says the people of the land have a right to self-determination. This is how Crimea became part of Russia. It wasn't annexed. First, they voted to leave Ukraine and become an independent state, and then they voted to join Russia. The people of the land decided. And look, international law would have to respect Alberta, and Canadian Constitution would have to respect their choice, whether they vote to join us, partner with us, or whatever they want to do. International law and Canadian Constitution would have to honor that. Boom! Everyone wants to be in the American Golden Age, baby. God bless you. Subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.